Okay, if you're watching this video, how's it going? If you're watching this, you should know that school is pretty good.
Guys.
Welcome to Facebook.
This is my class. I'm recording this right now, okay? It's not a very good beginning of a recording. All right? So I want you guys to be sure you're taking notes. And I'm talking to everybody in this class right now, including you, Skylar. Did you hear me? What did I say? Okay, then please get it. Make sure, Bella, you do not take his pencil or whatever, right? I need you guys focused today. I need everybody's focus today. This is a really important lecture. You have to understand this. If you don't understand this, you're going to be really messed up later on. So it's very important to understand this. Okay, we're going to talk about graphing equations using the x and y intercepts. Currently, you only know two ways to graph an equation. You have, what's the first way? Or what is a way? The slope-intercept method. That's the shortcut. What's the longer way?
The
T-chart.
The t-chart. Remember the t-chart?
Yeah.
You can do a little t-chart, x and y. So that's the longer way. So you know two ways to graph equations. I'm now going to teach you a third way. And it works on everything. It works on all equations. Right? And it's basically using the x and y intercepts. Now, we have to figure out what that is. So it's John, question?
These are all like graphing equations or like all equations?
It's graphing all equations, basically. But I'm going to, you'll see in a minute. It'll be more clear in a second. Because there's one type of equation. It's a different form of an equation than I've given you so far. I'm going to give you equations that are not in y equals mx plus b, not in slope-intercept. I'm going to give you something in standard form. Okay? And you'll see how that works. But this can be used in slope-intercept form, can be used in any kind of form. You can use this method. But we have to understand, first of all, what is an x and a y-intercept? So just make sure we can see this. Okay, here's my y-axis and here's my x-axis. Okay, what is an x-intercept?
Where a point hits the line on X.
Okay, so if I drew a line like this, where's my x-intercept?
There.
Is it right here?
Yes.
Okay, whatever that is. Let's say that is 1, 2, 3. So what is that point?
3, 0.
3, comma 0?
Yeah, no, yes.
3, comma 0. So that point is 3, comma 0. Okay. Now, what if I had another line? What if I had another line? Let's say it was this. Okay, I don't mean to make them parallel, but they do look that way. What is, okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? What is this one?
7, 0.
7, comma 0. Let's say I had a line like this.
Just go watch.
Okay. And here's this point. So what is this?
Negative 2, comma 0.
Negative 2, comma 0. You guys see that?
Yes.
0. Everybody sees that, right?
Yes.
What is common to all those points? Zane.
I'll have a 0 in the second number.
Which part? It's the y part, right? Every point has an x, comma y. And you're saying to me, Zane, I think I can't believe you would have the gall to say this, but I think you're saying that when it's an x-intercept, y is always 0.
No. Just in those three, they all have y as 0.
Okay, good. So let's find one that doesn't have y as 0. Okay, let's try this one. That's negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So that's negative 5 what?
0.
0. That's interesting. Okay, give me one that doesn't, give me an x-intercept that doesn't have y as 0.
It doesn't exist. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does. I can figure out a way.
No.
I will
Zane.
figure out
No,
a way
it
to
can't exist.
No, Zane.
Gary, wait, Gary, I think I know what we're gonna do. Are we trying to find? We're trying to figure out if any equation with the x and the y-intercept are to create the line
Mhm.
and connecting
Got
the
it.
dots.
You got it.
Figured out a way, Gary.
Yes.
Okay, so
when you do the line and when you do the dots are not perfectly on the line. So some of them are a little bit downward and some of them are a little bit upward. So they're not all zeros. Right.
No.
Then they are not x-intercepts.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So okay. So basically, we're noticing that whenever, so Zane's Gall was actually correct. That when he was originally saying that the y's are always 0. For the when you have an x-intercept, y has to be 0. If you're above the x-axis, y is something other than 0. Does that make sense? Right? You get that? To be on the x-axis, y has to be 0. All right, so now what about the y-axis?
What if it's touching?
What about this one right here?
X needs to be
The
0.
y-intercept. Let's talk about the y-intercept. In fact, I'll use a different color. Well, I don't know if I have another color.
Please, green.
Green. All right, so we use this for this. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, so right there, that's 1, 2. That's what is that? What point is that?
0, 3.
0,3.
0,3. Okay.
There's a 0 in the y.
And what about this one?
Isn't that crazy?
So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, what's that one?
-4. 0 something negative. What?
0, -4.
0 negative.
It's not 4. I already said that.
It's a negative
0, -4, right? Okay, what about this one? So -4, negative, where are we? -5, -6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
-10.
0, -10, right?
Zero.
What do you notice that's similar to all those points? So when you have a y-intercept, x is what?
0.
It's always 0.
Green blood.
So fist to 5. Do you understand this?
Yes. No.
That's pretty straightforward, right?
Blood.
Okay.
A little bit
Okay.
to the left and some a little bit
Right.
to the
It's because I'm doing it free.
But Gary, but they,
All right.
they're not Y
So
intercepts.
now listen. This is unbelievably important, guys. This is very significant. And so if I gave you an equation, I asked you to graph it. We could potentially graph it by finding the x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's try one. Let's say we have 2x plus 3y equals 6. Now, this is not written in your normal format. This is not written in the slope-intercept format that I've been giving you up to now. This is written in a different format, and I just want to talk about what that's called. It's called I don't know where I can write here. This is called the standard form. Standard form of writing an equation. Standard form. All right? So now you know two different forms. Slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, and now standard form, okay? And the formula for this, instead of y equals mx plus b, it's ax plus by equals c. Okay? Ax plus by equals c. The a is always a number, the b is always a number, and the c is always a number. The x and y stay as x and y. So this is an example of that. The a here is 2. You see that? The b is 3. And the c is 6. Does that make sense? You get that?
You're saying that 2 plus 2 is 4.
What?
No.
You're saying 2x plus 2x.
2x plus 3y is equal to 6. That's a y. And that's a 3.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So,
That's impossible. That's an impossible
Yeah,
thing.
that is impossible, Gary. 2
okay.
plus 3 is 5.
Yeah. But you guys
Okay.
right.
Wait, no, but it's something x. Like I guess.
These are not like terms, are they?
Well, if
These are
if
totally
x
different.
was 3
You
and y
cannot
was
add the
0.
coefficients. The only time you can add the coefficients is if if they are like terms. They would have to both be x's. If it was 2x plus 3x, then it would be 5x. But it's 2x plus 3y. We don't know if x and y are the same thing, so you
No, they're
can't
not
add
the
them.
same thing. So x is 1 and y is 0.
Gary,
Okay, so hang on.
Gary, is it possible that they're going to be straight up or straight What a like.
Let me
would
finish this first. Let's ask that question. Save that question for later. Let me just finish this because I'm on this roll. So we know that we could solve. How could we solve for an x-intercept in this? Yes, Bella.
So this might, like, this is probably wrong, but would this be like a base number or no? Only 2x.
What do we know about every x-intercept?
The Y is
The
0.
y is always 0! Oh my gosh. So to find the x-intercept, look at this.
Oh!
To find the x-intercept, we make
Y 0.
y equal to 0. You with me?
Oh my
So
God.
now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write 2x plus 3 times what? 0 instead of y
I
equals
told you guys
6.
that you
What's 3 times 0?
0. So x would be 3.
Yeah, it's
So
0.
x is 3.
So 2x is equal to 6. I don't even have to write the 0 anymore, right? And then I divide by 2, divide by 2.
Oh my
X equals
god!
3.
Oh my god!
Is equal to 3.
This is insane, Gary.
So what is my actual point? What did I just solve for?
3, 0.
3, 0. So this is 3, 0. Because I made this x is 3 when y is 0. Does that make sense? So your point is 3, 0. So over here, let me read.
And then we need to
Do
do
my
the
graph.
same thing except making x 0, right? Oh, ha ha ha.
Yes.
That's easy.
So
Gary, put it up.
Oh my gosh, Gary!
it's a really fun way to graph. And this is y and this is x, right? So I got my boom, 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 and I gotta plot this point, 3, 0. It's gonna have to be on the x-axis because it's an intercept, right? Does that make sense?
Oh, hold on. In the
So
graph-
3, 0. Now I am going to find, what am I gonna do now? Find my
The
y-intercept.
Y.
Can I erase this so that I can work up higher? Is that okay? Okay, so I'm now gonna find my y-intercept.
The y you just make
Wouldn't it just be
you make
diversified?
x
My
0.
y-intercept, and I'm gonna make what? X equals 0, right? So 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. What's 2 times 0?
Oh, I got 2.
0, right?
No.
So 3y
I forgot.
is equal to 6. Divide by 3. Y is equal to 2.
So it's 0, 2.
So I just solved for a y-intercept, which means the point is when x is 0, y is 2. So this is going to be 0, 2. That's the point. So I'm now going to go plot this point
So it's 2.
on my graph. So I go nowhere to the right or left, and I go up to 2. And now, what do?
You draw a line.
Draw my line.
Do we have to do shading?
Oh my
No, wait,
God.
that's only for, never mind.
Right.
This is crazy.
In the
Oh
E-grade.
my.
All right. So now,
Oh.
fist to 5. Do you guys
So
understand this process?
You do 3, 2?
Hold on, Gary, I have a question.
Oh wait, no, that.
Wait, I really want to see the fist to 5 right now, guys. I don't want the mouths running. I just want to see the fist to 5. So I want to just understand. You understand this process, right? Okay, that's
That's
very
an
good.
impossible point.
What?
That's like an impossible point though.
What's an
Like-
impossible point?
That, because it wouldn't work to like have, because that's not 3, 2 if you think about it.
No, you're trying to find the line.
Right,
You're not
that's
trying
my
to
point.
find the line.
The x-intercept, right? The x-intercept we said was 3, 0, right?
Yeah.
3, 0, right?
Is-
Now it's not 3, 2. That's the most common mistake is when people do this, they get an x and then they get a y and they say, oh, well it's 3, 2, and they go over to 3 and up 2 and they put a dot here.
So the
And then they say,
answer
well, wait,
is-
where's my next dot? Right? That's not what we're doing. It's when we're using this method, what we're plotting is actually an intercept on the x-axis, an intercept on the y-axis. You're not combining them. You're doing one at a time on the x-axis, one at a time on the y-axis. Does that make sense, Amaya?
So yeah, so would we write that the answer is 3, 0 and 0,
Yes.
2?
Yeah. And so you plot them, and then you draw your line and you're done. You've graphed it, right? So now I'm going to show
Is it
you. Yes,
saying
go ahead.
Is it basically saying if x is 0, then minus 2, y
Yes.
is 0,
Yeah.
then x is
It's really, quite honestly, it's the same thing as doing this. If you did your t-chart, right? If you did your t-chart, if you made x 0, find out what y is. Y is, you made x 0, y is 2, right? Or you could say, let's make y 0, and you plug it in, and you get x is 3. You follow me?
Yeah.
Then
It's
it
sort
would
of the
be
same thing.
0, 4.
But now, let me show you this process a little faster now.
Gary, if you want, can you have a line that goes either directly horizontal or directly vertical?
You can have lines that go directly horizontal, but remember, they're going to be like this. Y is equal to 4. Hang on.
Right, but could it be something more like, could it be like your 2 points that you figured out, or like 0, 0, and
With x and y, you mean?
in like 0, 4?
If they
I don't
both
think so.
equal 0, if it's like 2x plus 2y equals 0.
The only way you're going to get a horizontal line is if you only have one variable, right?
Okay, so you
Meaning
can't get something that says 0, 0, and
Y
0.
is 4, it's going to be this forever,
Because-
right? No matter where you are. If I was over here, Y is 4. If I was here, Y is 4. If I was here, Y is 4.
But
Doesn't
you
matter what x is. Y could care less what x is. Y is always 4.
So why can't you get a horizontal line otherwise?
Because I can't figure that out. But maybe, let me think. Nobody's ever asked me that question. I'll have to
Because if
think.
you have 0, 0, and then your other point is like 0, 4, then your line's gonna be.
But see, I mean, when x is 0, Y is 4. When x is 1, Y is 4. When x is 2, Y is 4. When
No,
x
but
is 3,
if
Y
you
is
just
4.
have 0, 0, 0 is one of your points.
0, 0.
And then, like, this is, and then you have 0, 4, which would be 0, 4. Right, and then your line would be going up and down. Like that, on the y-axis.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Well done. Nice job. Yeah,
Is
that's
that possible? That's
oh yeah,
not
totally.
like crazy?
Yeah. But the actual equation would be this. Oh wait, excuse me. A vertical. So it's going to be this. X is equal to 0.
Oh gosh.
So x is 0. No matter where I'm on the y-axis, on the y-axis, this way.
Okay, and so
X
there's,
is 0, right? X
Right.
is 0, 0, 0, 0. So it'd be vertical. Line
so
there.
no
Okay.
matter where, so
Yeah.
it's always, you can
But I
always.
can't really write one that has an x and a y that would do that I can think of right now. Okay, so let's just finish this. Let's do this. Now let me show you a quicker process. It's the same thing, but there's a quicker way to do it. Okay, you with me? Okay, here we go. Let's try another one. We've got 2x plus 4y equals 12. Okay? So now watch this. Everybody eyes have to be up there for a second. Just don't take your notes for a second. Just watch. I need to find my x-intercept, right? X-intercept. What do? I make y equal to 0. What happens when I make y equal to 0? What does this become? Right here. 0. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my hand or my finger on the paper. And I'm going to cover this up. To find my x-intercept, I cover this up. And all I have left is 2x equals 12. Divide both sides by 2, x equals
6.
So my x-intercept is
Oh, that's so
6.
easy.
What's my y-intercept? I'll use the same method. I'm going to make x 0. I'm going to cover it up. 4y equals 12. Divide both sides by 4. Y equals
3.
3. My y-intercept is 3.
Are
So
you okay
over
if you
here,
just write that
my
out?
x-intercept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put a dot. And the y-intercept is 3. And I draw my line. And I'm done.
Gary, are you
Oh
okay
my
if we just
God,
write
magical
that
stuff.
out on a paper, like?
Yeah, go ahead and
Why-
write. Go ahead.
No, like we actually write on our paper x-intercept or a
Well,
6.
it's wise to do this. If you did this, x equals 6.
But are
Guys,
you okay if that's the only thing
Some
we
people-
write on our paper? Because,
yes. Yeah.
without like showing
Yeah.
any of.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, okay. But the problem if you do this though, if you do this, right? See how they're the same thing, right? If you said y-intercept or x-intercept, you put x equals, the tendency for people is to make this mistake. Oh, well, so it's 6 comma 3,
No, it ain't.
No!
right?
Cause
This,
that
by writing x dash intercept, you know it's going to be on the x-axis. So when you get to 6, you go on the x-axis to 6 and put a dot. And when you write y-intercept, you know it's going to be on the y-axis. So when it says 3, you go up to 3 and you put a dot. If you don't put the dash int, this is what will happen for at least 3 people in the class. It happens every year. They'll just say, oh, well, it's 6 comma 3. And they go over 6, up 3, and put a dot. And then they say, now what do I do? Right? There's only one dot. Right? I can't do anything. It's not even on the line. Right? So that's the one thing with this method. You got to remember, you're only plotting a point on the y-axis and on the x-axis. That's it. No in between. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's do another one.
So if you have a different, if with a different form, like if you have the Y-intercept form, it still works, right?
Yeah, even if it was in the y-intercept form. It's just that you might have to manipulate the equation just a little bit. Okay? So let's try another one. How about, I'm going to make it slightly harder this time. This one's in green, so I can use the same graph. What if I said
4y.
Yes, it has to have a 4 in it.
Yes,
3x minus, let me think here.
4y.
4.
9y is equal to 18.
No.
Okay, so immediately I'm going to say my x-intercept is, what do I do? I make what 0?
Y.
Y. So I have 3x equals 18.
So x minus
Divide
0.
both sides by 3,
6.
get x equals 6, right?
Yeah.
So my y-intercept is 6. That's it. I mean, my x-intercept is 6 again, so it's right there. Okay, now for my y-intercept, I say, let's see, I make x 0.
Oh, but then it has to be 0 minus 9y.
So I have to divide both sides by what?
Negative.
Negative 9.
So that's -2.
So it's going to be negative 2. Does that make sense? A positive divided by the negative would be a negative. So it's negative 2.
Pod negative?
So I'm going to go down here.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, no, a negative divided by a oh yeah.
A positive divided by the negative, because I would be dividing both sides by negative 9. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
And so there I am. I can just draw my line now.
Yay, it's so pretty.
Isn't that fun? So that's the process. So you have your homework. Fist to 5, you guys understand this? Do you want me to do any more examples?
Uno mais. Is there anything different on our homework besides this? Did you put
I
anything
don't
crazy?